It's one of the biggest public corruption scandals we have seen in years, maybe decades. A year ago, we first learned about an alleged scheme where some Albuquerque police officers would stop people suspected of DWI and then send them to a certain attorney to get their cases dropped, for a price, that is. And in turn, that attorney would allegedly pay officers to not show up in court.
And in just the past several days, federal prosecutors dropped even more bombshells alleging officers from other agencies, including the Bernalillo County Sheriff's Office and state police, are involved. Now, it's not all too often that we see an investigation this large targeting crime within organizations. It is rare, typically done with gangs operating over state lines, but the feds are planning to charge this as a RICO case. So that is the Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act. It is a federal law that Congress passed back in 1970 to combat organized crime.
Yeah, and what makes this, of course, even more unusual is this organized crime ring is allegedly happening within the police departments meant to enforce and uphold the law. So the question remains, does this scheme go beyond police and lawyers implicated at this point? For investigator Ryan Laughlin sat down with federal investigators, and Ryan, what did they reveal to you?
Tessa, the FBI and U.S. Attorney are incredibly tight-lipped about where this investigation is now headed. We know the allegation is the money comes from drivers, people suspected of driving drunk, and then that money goes to an attorney and then officers get paid to not show up to court. We're asking, where else did that money go? And just how are the feds trying to track how far this organized crime ring might go?
I was surprised that it was law enforcement that was the organized crime syndicate that we were looking at.
The FBI and federal prosecutors described the sprawling criminal investigation into now 3 New Mexico law enforcement agencies and at least 2 lawyers.
RICO prosecutions are fairly rare. This one's unique, and it's, I'll say, shocking, and it's, again, wide-ranging and expensive.
I mean, this is a RICO case that is centered around money exchanging hands. What tools does the FBI have to follow the money?
Yes, we have forensic accountants that is their only job they do, and they've been assigned to this investigation to look at every single person that's going to soon be named. And we've looked at everything as far as their finances go. Where is it that they were doing? Where is it that they were traveling? What is it that they were actually buying? Yeah, looking at overall unexplained wealth. We're going to continue to do those things.
Ricardo Mendez's plea deal outlines where this scam begins, with arresting officers and drivers suspected of DWI getting extorted. But just how far does the money go in this criminal enterprise?
In terms of the normal legal fight that you see on a case in court, he's pled guilty. But in terms of the broader world outside of him, the 4 co-conspirators that we list in the information and in the indictments, and the many others who are still out there, this is not over for them.
That bombshell plea deal outlines where the feds say this whole scam started. The question everybody is waiting on now is, where does it end? And following the money might just reveal that. Tessa?
Yeah, we'll see. Ryan, thanks for the update there.